I went and they're like, a whale's mating. And I was like, what the f-? So that's how I found out about this. But that's not how I found out about the Loch Ness Monster.
So you're watching whale porn?
No, I was not watching whale porn.
Welcome back, everybody. This is DB Juice. You know what it's called. You know the name. Just because I got to be careful. By the way, just to start off the whole thing, our TikTok got banned. Somebody reported us or something happened. Maybe it was the logo because I didn't use the DBJ one. But I'm salty. And when I'm salty, I wish the worst on people. Usually I wish that they learn good things and they learn the best, you know. I just wish the best for them. Not today. I am not in that mood.
Hey, he did say he was in his villain era. Okay, yeah. He did say that.
Yes, I am in my villain era, and I wish that you learn a lesson so hard. And then I'm going to stop there because I don't want to be mean. But
it was an accidental report. I'm kidding.
It was you.
No, but seriously, our TikTok being banned means I got to start a new one. With our 10 followers.
No, yeah, right.
Hey, 10 followers. We appreciate you. Followers.
Well, on my personal one, I have 867. So I need 130 something more or 33 more to be able to go live and stuff. Because I stream, guys. If you guys want to watch my stream, I'll put everything down below in the link. We watch spooky stuff on Thursdays and we do crazy shit like that. So if you guys want to watch us, I'm happy to be there. They're not here, but I would love for Christian to join, but he doesn't have a Twitch. Yeah. It'll also be a live stream on YouTube as well. But we're happy to have you guys back, and excuse us for all this nonsense. Of course, I'm going to talk because I'm a talker. I'm a yapper. Apparently, it's a new saying. I'm a yapper. But okay, my week was pretty good. I started a new job on Monday. Hopefully, everything's going pretty good for me. So, what's going on with you, Sophie?
Honestly, I thought I was gonna have a better week because I had left my sister's house early on Sunday, and I could have sworn I had like my own bro toast theory, except what it was because it was like 2 a.m. and I was on Lancaster, and literally this cat came out of nowhere. And, you know, usually when animals come by, like they walk across. No, like it's literally just on its stance, just looking that way, and then it went back the way it came, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What just happened?" So I don't know, but I had a shit week.
Was it a black cat?
No, it was a calico cat. Like the orange black cats, like those freaking expensive cats. Like I was like, what are you even doing on this part of town? Like,
not you saying calicos are expensive.
Well, they are though.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
They're so easy to breed.
Are they now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought they were expensive. Well, okay, well the highfalutin ones are like $5,000.
That's different. That's different. But okay. Okay. What about you, Christian? Or do you go by Chris? Kiefer?
Either way, it doesn't matter.
It's hard for me to call you Chris because I hate Chris's.
Okay, whichever way you want to call me, that's okay.
That's why I hate being called Chris.
You got you. Nah, for me, week's been pretty chill. Work's been kind of ass, but can't complain. As far as it goes, I keep having to work with these slow coworkers, and I mean slow. Yeah, started my new job. Working with that one character or lack of. Yeah. Sharp as a marble. That one, I'll tell you that much. Yeah.
Me realizing the phrase or the metaphor. Sorry. Yikes. When I was like, okay, yeah. Oh.
Sorry, it's just have common sense, people. That's just all I gotta say.
So we're gonna get a little bit more serious, I guess, because we talk a lot of shit and we just joke around, but we also want to just kind of bring some point of view into life and what it's like, just to give some insight, because there's a lot of people who go through shit and a lot of people who do different things in this industries and different types of industries, and we kind of want to go over like our career choices and what we've done and see what that looks like. So look forward to that next week. That's going to be on next Friday's podcast that we make. In today's series, we're talking about the serious stuff that we didn't get to talk about last time because we just talked too much. But like,
yeah.
we wrote it all down to make sure that we actually do go over it this time. And then, of course, we're going to finish our segment with Am I the Asshole, because that's what we do. But we do want to have more stuff coming up later. So if you guys are still listening to me right now at this point in time, because I'm just a yapper and I just keep talking, thank you for staying and being a part of this. But we'll keep going. Okay? So the first part that we were going to talk about, what was it, Sophie?
We were going to go ahead and talk about characters that we freaking hate. I was like, cartoon characters that we hate? Or
That's
just
not
TV
serious, but that's one of.
I know that is one of the subjects that we were going to talk about today, though, because we did talk about dumb characters, and we're just like, okay.
Which, by the way, dumbest character to me is Billy from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
But I love him.
Dude,
he
no,
was dumb.
lovable,
I was like, no, he
lovable
was
as
dumb.
fuck.
When we say dumbest, we mean like people we hate. Like people are. Hate is a strong word.
I thought you meant like dumb as in like dumb.
No.
Yeah.
So we'll do the same
Person you
thing.
work with?
Yeah.
So we'll see how many we can come up with, but we'll go in order. So you can start first. We'll go this week.
Person I hate or
Yeah, like one.
Not
like,
person.
Oh,
animated character.
oh, okay.
A person I hate. He was like ready
I
for
was
that.
like, I
too.
got a list.
He's like, let me tell you.
No, anime character that I hate off rip, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of flags for it. But this motherfucker cheats every time he fucking duels. I'm looking at you fucking piece of shit.
Yugi.
Yes.
You hate Yugi?
Yes.
Wait.
This motherfucker has plot armor. Oh, I'm about to lose the duel. Guess what? Time to cheat. And what do you know? I drew the card I really needed.
And he is dual personality, so.
Yeah.
So you hate
Yeah.
Yugi Pharaoh. The Pharaoh.
No, I hate Yugi
in general.
In general.
But Yugi's so sweet.
Well, Yami and Yugi.
Yeah, because they're two. They're the Pharaoh took on the image of Yugi. So yeah, they're like two of the same persons. Like I was like, it's him and it's disability. I was like,
That's horrible.
no, like I hate them both. Like bro, like how are the like.
I feel
You're
like-
fucking, I can't count how many times this motherfucker cheated in a fucking duel and said, I was like, it's time to cheat. And then the motherfucker. Sorry. No, yeah, it's fucking bullshit, man.
That was a
Anyway.
good one. That was a
Yeah,
good one.
appreciate it. Well, nah, fuck him. All right.
Cheat.
Anime characters we hate.
Wait, it's your turn. We're going kind of clockwise.
Yeah. So I don't have an anime character, but I do have a cartoon character I hate. I fucking hate Magic Man from Adventure Time. Every time that episode comes on, I'm just like, fuck this dude. I am not watching this fucking episode. I skip it because I fucking hate Magic Man with the passion, man.
Really?
Yes, I hate that motherfucker. Out of any cartoon show, you could be like the dumbest character, and I'll probably be like, you're stupid. But like, Magic Man, I despise. Like, if Magic Man was real, I would literally have my machete and cut off his head. Like, I fucking hate Magic Man. Fucking hate him.
I mean, he's more annoying to me, like, but like, I don't think I would hate him. Like, the only thing that I find disturbing is that he took Jake's sandwich.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
I was like, no, everything he has done, everything.
Well, I mean, not really. Like,
No, yes.
to me personally, I think Bubblegum, like Princess Bubblegum, is more of someone to hate.
I love Princess Bubblegum.
No, Princess Bubblegum committed genocide against her own people. Then on top of that, controlled all the people. Then on top of that, Jake and Finn live outside the Candy Kingdom. This bitch broke into their house, stole their money, and said, and when they asked her, it's like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to steal our money? She's like, oh, it's taxes. How can you tax someone that doesn't live within your kingdom?
Because she was going broke. She needed more equipment. I don't blame the queen.
And even on top of that, she sabotaged Jake's relationship with Fire Princess.
Yeah, but that was for the good of Ooh, though.
No, it was.
It wasn't. I agree.
It was for the good of her. It was for the good of her, not for the good of Ooh.
Dude,
It's the same.
They literally said they were gonna combust.
She has a mentally handicapped younger brother hidden in the basement.
Okay.
Did we forget about that?
No, we did not forget about that. But that one was.
She has her own personal chunk from the Goonies in the bottom of her fucking basement.
She has to. She has to protect her kingdom. I will protect Princess Bubblegum in that.
Then on top of that, she created Lemongrass,
okay,
who always is suffering.
It's lemongrass.
Whatever.
I know what you meant.
Yeah. I'm on a time.
Lemongrass is inside the food I made for you. That's the key
By the way,
ingredient.
food was great, but like, yeah, no, she made Lemongrab, who was also a piece of shit, and the only reason why he was a piece of shit is because she programmed him to be that way.
She needed to even out her people. When you live as long as she has, I kind of don't blame her for trying to do what she did.
And then on top of that, she created an immortal being that couldn't like be destroyed, and had to put it in a stalemate with another immortal being in a mental battle. Did we forget about that?
Okay, no, I did not forget about that.
I'm not gonna lie. Princess Bubblegum is problematic as fuck.
Aren't we all?
No. But she's a narcissist. She's a like literally the worst political person ever. And then on top of that, like, bro, she's just not all in all a good person. I was like, she's snuck into people's houses and experimented on them. She has cameras and wiretaps all throughout the kingdom.
Yeah.
This bitch has like no like.
She has no life. But then
No.
her and Marceline got back together, so she had a life again.
No, it's not even that.
I was like, she's fine now, though.
No, it's not even that. It's just like, bro, like you're not a good person. I was like, I would rather deal with fucking Magic Man than fucking Princess Bubblegum.
I agree with her not being a good person at the very beginning because even when she was dating Marceline, she was being so disrespectful.
She really was. She was.
Like I'm proud that she's grown and learned her lesson, but the whole show though, she was literally
She was
not.
a good
I wouldn't
person.
say that bitch, but a fucking bitch.
Yeah,
She really
she was not a good person.
She wasn't. I get it.
Yeah,
But
I'd rather
she
deal with
grew-
someone that annoys me with the whole "I'm not touching you" like fucking Magic Man than some fucking narcissistic. Like,
I get why she. No, I can understand why she hates Magic Man. Like, it's like, ooh. No. I can't stand him because and every episode that he shows up in boring. Like I'm not even saying not even kidding. Like it's so boring. Every episode he's in, and I just can't.
And that was even when he lost his powers. I still could.
Yes.
No.
I don't know. Me personally, Princess Bubblegum, keep her the fuck away from me. Like, bitch, I'll chew you. And not in a sexual way. Just
And all she'll do is DA or right DH yeah. And then she'll just get some more from her brother.
bro. And even when she was a little kid, she was still a fucking asshole.
Well, she was always curious and a scientist, and
Yeah.
then she was borderline narcissist because she only cared about like. Well, no, because I would say borderline because you physically can't care about someone that's a narcissist. Like you just only it's an illness. Like you only think about things about yourself.
The whole first
She only
season,
cared
she
about-
didn't give a fuck about.
But
none
she
of her-
started to realize a narcissist physically cannot realize.
Yeah, but that's by the end. But I'm still saying you were a piece of like. Okay, if I see narcissistic behavior going up, I'm gonna stay away from you. But at the same time, like, if you figured out your own way, cool. Figure that shit out by yourself. I don't need to be around you to figure this shit out with you. You feel me?
I got you. But she did grow from it, though.
No, yeah, she did grow from it, but that doesn't that
still didn't excuse
no,
that person.
that goes to the whole thing. Like, oh, like yeah, guys, I'm like, yeah, I knew I was a piece of shit, but I'm no longer on drugs. You guys still like love me and forgive me? No, you still did what you did. You fucking traded grandma's ashes for a fucking crack rock. I'm bringing my own personal life into this, but no, yeah, I was like, we're not fucking doing this shit. Grandma's back though, but we got her back.
Grandma's back now.
I'm glad grandma's back.
Grandma's ashes are back. Guys.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
Grandma is.
the container
I was gonna
changed.
say
You're gonna say alive.
Grandma
I
is
wish.
back
No,
with her ashes.
yeah, no, the container
alive.
may have changed, but it's still grandma.
I can't with y'all.
It's
This is probably when we got banned on TikTok. But nothing was even bad on TikTok.
your character that you hate.
Okay, yeah. Now that we dived into someone who we didn't even hate.
Yeah, sorry. Love you, grandma. She's in a shoebox now.
The character I think I hate the most. That just
That's what y'all took her in?
Bro, that's why he brought her back in.
Oh my god. I thought y'all changed it to a different urn.
No, it was an urn, but like, yeah, no.
A shoebox. Grandma's in a shoebox.
No, we got her a proper urn. Like, there was a while where, like, probably like a week or two, she was in a shoebox.
how do you even know it's her?
It was just saying.
Hey, shut up. For my peace of mind, motherfucker, it's still my grandma.
Okay, whatever helps you sleep at night. Hey, Choo Choo. Hey, baby, how you doing?
This has been DB Juice. I will see.
Okay. So, I don't know why I wasn't thinking about the people I hate, but whenever I start thinking about it, like I think it's so easy for me. There's this show on Netflix. I forgot what it's called. Yeah,
Is Netflix endorsing you? Because
Yeah.
this is the second
Yeah,
time
this is
we
like
talked
the
about
second
Netflix.
time.
Like, this is Netflix show.
You have a brand deal we don't know about?
I know, for real. Do we not?
Hey Netflix, if you want to endorse me and sponsor me, I do what you guys do. sometimes I'm PC, sometimes I'm not. And y'all guys endorse everybody, so why not endorse
So what's the
me?
show?
And I'm an actor, by the way. I haven't acted in so long, but I'm a pretty good actor. I've taken classes, but not just that. I'm actually just really good at it.
Oh yeah,
I'm
it is still my
really
grandma.
good
We
to
got
lie.
her. We got her ashes tested.
I don't like to
It's
lie.
still the same person.
But I'm a good actor. So if you guys want to endorse us, sponsor us, whatever. Like even I'll audition, I'll do whatever. I'll send in my my headshots once I start, getting a little skinnier or whatever. Even then, if you want me now, take me now, baby. I'll do it. Come on, Netflix. Netflix. Please, Lord have mercy on me. I love everything y'all guys do so far. So I'm here.
Anyways, what's the show?
The show.
Yeah.
I don't know the show. That's what I'm saying. Like, let me see.
Oh, just know it's a Netflix show. It's
I know that I think Aubrey Plaza plays the main character, and I love Aubrey Plaza like crazy. But the character is just okay. I found it. So it's Carol and the End of the World.
Oh, he was just telling me he hated that show.
Yeah, I told you the other day, right?
He
I don't
told me
think-
the other day.
I don't think I've seen
Okay,
this.
and that show, I was trying so hard because I give everything the benefit of the doubt. I watched the first 5 episodes, which I did,
Yeah.
and all I kept getting was mad. She was so annoying. Every part of her character was so annoying. Like, just be real. Like, she was just not it. Like, and I love animated series.
So it's
on
Carol,
anything.
right? Like Carol,
Like,
the
I
main
love-
character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
love Big Mouth. I love BoJack Horseman. I love stuff on
BoJack
Hulu.
Horseman's the shit though.
Like everything. I love all that stuff. But even though BoJack was annoying, but he was like real about it.
BoJack wasn't annoying. BoJack was just a piece of shit that kind of like.
Exactly.
But it reflected like every person who has ever like been that person. Like a lot of people can relate to BoJack Horseman. So not in the sense annoying, but just making us reflect into our own like shortcomings and undoings. So
You relate a little too much.
All right, whatever.
we did say that
Every
on the
time
last
I
one.
come on this podcast, I get fucking bullied and picked on. I'm fucking done.
I can't relate to BoJack. I can't relate to BoJack whatsoever, but I understood where he came from because
Sorry, I was
can
suicidal.
empathize. I may not be able to sympathize, but I can empathize,
Yeah.
and I loved it. But there were other characters there that I actually sympathized with. But being the person who has to deal with someone like that, I can 100% sympathize with that. I mean, sympathize with that because I've done with people who deal with those issues. But like, there's just a lot of people that I know in my life that struggle, and I.
It's called depression. Look it up.
I got depression, but I don't know if I got clinically. I've never been diagnosed for it, but
Same. No, I like.
yeah, but you've been
Yeah.
clinically diagnosed with
And
quite a
suicidal.
few things, but
Yeah, suicidal tendencies too. But
yeah, I know.
I'm like a hamster. If you don't keep a close eye on me, I'll off myself.
What?
Yeah.
I was like, what? I didn't know about the hamster one. I was like,
Yeah,
no, I'm
like
a
because you,
hamster.
you never seen hamsters like you.
Hamsters are social creatures.
Yeah.
believe it or not.
Yeah, like
That's
if
why
you just have one
two animals.
hamster, like it tends to like off itself.
I have so much concerns now. Look at how many so many. I'm like, no. I'm
I was
just
like,
saying.
you only have one? How long has it?
No, I had one, but like I gave it away.
Oh.
Like, it's okay.
Yeah, like hamsters are social creatures. You need to like if you normally just have one, it just
Damn.
it'll find a way to like.
It's kind of like rabbits too.
Yeah,
I knew that about rabbits.
yeah, it'll find a way to like just.
Wow.
I had my rabbit Flopsy, and I forgot the other one's name, but Flopsy was the cutest one because I named it after Avatar's.
Yeah.
The big old Flopsy.
Yeah.
I had my Flopsy. Okay, so our next topic, we're gonna switch over now. Finally, we're gonna switch over to
So, families protecting family members that cause harm within the family. We did talk a little bit about it on the first episode of the podcast, and then we were like, we're going to do it in the next one, and then we derailed from there.
Yeah, we really didn't open up on that one.
But yeah, I think all of us have experienced that in some shape or form. Either it happening to them or being the outsider looking in of the situation happening. And other times it's situations that you're not aware of until it actually happens. And then like you feel helpless that you didn't get to do anything. And it sucks. It really does suck because we're family members that, you know, we look up to them, we love them, we care for them, and we're expecting that protection and love and care. And then when it's not happening, it's like, what the fuck?
yeah. So we're gonna go a little bit darker and deeper, I guess, because we do want to talk about things like that, whether you guys are here for that or not. we're not all just shits and giggles. We actually do talk about serious stuff. We want to make sure that it's aware, because the one thing about that when we started this podcast is that we wanted to just have fun, but we also wanted to talk about serious shit that happens to us and serious shit that happens to everybody else in this fucking world, and make it more apparent that we are aware and we see things that keep happening, and you're not alone. That's one of the main things too. We want you to feel like you're part of us and feel like you're with us, but also know that you're seen. We just want that to be a clear factor of this thing. Like, we didn't start this podcast just for no reason. I started it for no reason, but then when they came along, I was like, these people are super, super intelligent. They're so smart, so experienced, and we're all basically in our 30s. I'm not 30 yet, about to be 30. And we
One of us. One of us.
We just gone through so much. But I feel like I was 35 since I was like 17, 16, you know? And you know
Benjamin Button.
I've always felt like that. And it's not, I was never that, never said never. I was not ever that person that was like, I'm mature for my age. No. I was just accidentally mature for my age.
Yeah, well,
She grew up with me, so she knows,
Yeah.
like, she would come and talk to me about stuff, and I would come and talk to her about stuff, and it would just make sense without having to feel like we were being talked down to, we were judged, or anything like that. We just wanted to make sure that we were aware of where we stood. And when we didn't understand something, we always asked each other, like, what do you mean by that? Or
Yeah.
what is this supposed to symbolize? Or, you know, it was just communication that was very adult for our age at
Yeah.
that time. But yeah, so let's get into it. I guess, who wants to go first?
Who wants to share their trauma
Mm.
first? Anybody? I like how we all gonna say we're gonna talk about it, and then
yeah,
nobody
I know,
volunteers
right?
to say it.
No one brings it up.
Okay, well, I'll start with me to make it easier. So when I was younger, I was molested. And no, by the way, that's not why I'm a fucking faggot. That's not why that's not a reason at all.
Can we like not do that? Like, honestly, people, like, just because we decide to love who we love, it's not because of some trauma that happened to us. Like, what the fuck?
That's a big myth, really big myth. A lot of people put the math together because a lot of people like us have been sexually assaulted, but it wasn't because we're not this way because we were assaulted. We were assaulted because we were this way. It's more so. And some people just do shit to do shit because they're ill and they're sick. They have issues as well. Some people are just ill because you could have nothing wrong with you at all or nothing different about you at all, and it's gonna happen to you anyways because people are just like that. That's what fucking sucks. But to finish the story, or to start the story, so I was younger. It was me and another person that is a family relative that it happened to. It wasn't just me. We were touched at a young age. Me not knowing what the hell this was or what it even meant, it didn't really hurt me per se because there's a lot of people who do assault so differently. This was just a weird way to do this. The person touched us in a way that didn't feel like we were being assaulted in a way, but it still was assault. We were still fucking children. I remember coming to my mom and being like, yeah, he does this. And then my sister being like, it's like, yeah, he does that. And then she was like, basically tattletelling in a good way, and told my mom. My mom's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's happening over there? Like, why is this a thing? So we go to court, we figure all this stuff out, but my Asian side of the family all defended him and said, hey, don't do this because he's family. He's a family member. You can't be acting like this with our family. And if you're Hmong, you know what I'm talking about because we have the clans. We have a certain number of clans that all get together. We have the elders. We have things like that come into play, and they tell you like, we need to slap them on the wrist. If you do this to us, then you're basically betraying the culture. You're betraying the family. And we're like, but this is wrong. Like, you don't do that. And my mom being a Latina, normally that side of the family typically does shit like that too. But my mom was Americanized. She was born in Mexico, but she's Americanized, and realized like, this is not okay. Like, you're not going to be doing this and let them get away with it. I specifically remember the lady I saw in court because she had like a short hair, brown, like, kind of like down to here. It was an older woman. I remember her specifically. She was like, so what happened? And then I remember my dad trying to coach me on this. And my dad's not a bad person. I don't want you guys to do that. It's just, if you understand culture, you understand that you guys are victimized and you guys are trained to believe this way. You guys are made to believe this way. Because I know that now that my dad, knowing this, he would probably fucking kill him. Because my dad is not the same person he was then, but that's who he was at that time. Remember that. People change. And he tried to coach me on what to say and what I'm supposed to do. That way he wouldn't get in trouble. And then my mom was on the other spectrum. She was like, no, don't do that, which is obviously why they're not together. But there's many reasons why they're not together. But she was like, no, these are wrong. But then my dad would still do it like on his own, try to like say like this, it's not right for the family. You can't do this, because he was being told from the elders to not say shit, to not do shit. And I remember the court lady being like, okay, well, we'll see what we need to do. And I remember being in the courtroom, and then they were like, well, what happened? And after that, I think it just kind of gets black, because I don't remember like saying anything more, because they just kind of discontinued it.
Yeah.
And he got away with it. Like, never did it to anybody else again that I know of. But he was still around the family. He was still around, so I know he wasn't doing it to anybody in our side. But it was just weird that it ended like that. And the way he was doing it wasn't in a way that was like, you know, the way that SAs happen. It was just, the weirdest way to say it was just weird the way he was doing it.
Yeah.
And that's why none of us felt like we were hurt, but we were uncomfortable. But that's just, you know, a form of trauma. Like, you don't realize it until it's too late. But me being grown up, you know, I understand what happened. It didn't affect me in my adult life. It just gave me so much clarity of what really fucking goes on in the world and how we can adjust it and adapt to it and see what we need to do to make it better. It did teach me a lesson on not everything is what it seems. Because in my childhood, I didn't think that was a bad thing. But as an adult, that was fucked up. You know, I'm not stupid. Yeah. I didn't realize that until my teenagehood, actually. But the other person it happened to, they don't like to talk about it. They don't ever want to think about stuff like that. But they have other trauma going on, so I get it. Like, all that added up, and then to think about that, that's just going to make you have a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
You know? But, yeah. Okay, but that was my story, and I'm glad that you guys listened. I'm glad you guys know that this stuff happened. This is me being vulnerable, but I'm not ever one afraid to be vulnerable. Yeah. I may joke around a lot, but I'm always vulnerable. I'm a crier. I'll cry if something makes me sad. I'll watch a movie and cry just for no fucking reason.
You cried watching Musica on Prime.
I cried watching Musica. If you guys don't know what that is, that's
a good movie on Prime, though.
It was pretty good. To see that TikTok and YouTuber become like in a movie with another actress that I really like, it's cool. It's cool. I respect it. But yeah. So that was mine. What's yours?
What was happening to me was just like openly getting like me trying to communicate and trying to like talk to them and like getting like chewed up food spit back into my face. Like, and sometimes like as I'm trying to talk, the food would hit my mouth, so on and so forth. Getting like hit by or like abusive family members. And when I say abuse, I don't mean like, oh, he's acting up, hit him. If your kid spilled milk or is playing with like an imaginary friend or is pretending to have superpowers and he's just getting on your nerves and you beat his ass for that, that's abuse. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like I can still remember like sometimes it wasn't just open palms. Like sometimes it's like, oh, I'm sorry, my story boring you?
No, he's trying to make sure that everything's good.
No, you're good. So yeah, like I've had like food spat back at me, like chewed up food. I was playing around with, again, just like playing by myself, action figures, all that. I guess I was playing a little too loud. It's like that certain family member just comes in and starts, beating the shit out of you. And then that kind of leads to like possible, like, I guess, like that could be an outspurt from like ADHD or something like that. Or however the hell the doctor diagnosed it. But yeah, like to this day, like it's like I shut down when people get loud to me. Like to this day, like I could see that. Like because like as a kid, you don't know how to defend yourself. So it's like you can't do it physically because they're stronger than you, and you're not fully aware of how to like express your words. And as someone who's older than you, yeah, no, it's
I know you'll just really your drink is more important than the story. Really. Oh my God. I'm defending you. Really? Anyway, twice now you've interrupted the story.
Tastes like disrespect.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not this disrespectful.
No.
Like, we're just like,
no.
Is
Am
your
I the
ADHD
problem?
coming
No,
in? Is your
if
ADHD
it's
kicking
seen
in?
like it's being disrespectful or anything like that, it's only because we've heard these stories from each other before. So might be new to you, but like to us, it's
No,
a
but even
Tuesday.
then, I wasn't trying to do that. Like,
yeah. But I'm just saying, like I was like, cut my bro some slack. He's not being rude. It's just I was like, this isn't the first time he's heard this story, so it's just like it's like at this point, it's like, come on, man, change the song already, you know.
No.
I'm kidding.
Damn, he said that to you.
I gotta go pee pee, but I'm not peeing, so let's go. Okay,
I'm
go back.
kidding.
Go back.
All right. A lot of people are gonna like hear this like story and be like, oh, he's just like, you know, he's one of those kids that like, oh, like he's too soft to get beat or this whatever. Like, I don't mind if you beat your kids. I'm pro ass whooping. So let me explain that.
Not me.
And that's fine. Like, you know, you guys are allowed to raise your kids how you want to. Like, there's no like right or wrong on how to raise kids, because at least in my idea, it's like there's no like manual written for like for parents. It's like working out in the gym. What may work for you may not work for me. You know, what may work for you as a parent may not work for me as a parent as well. But
I get what you mean. You don't mean like beat them up. Like,
no, yeah, like I mean, like if they like
smack
my
the butt.
like my limit on ass whipping is like if they're doing something that threatens their own life, or if they're doing something that threatens the life of others. I was like, at that point, it's like I have the right to whoop your ass, because you're not only potentially gonna put yourself out of a life, but you're also gonna take somebody else with you. So,
and I think it also depends on what age you are too. Like if it's a 3-year-old, you can't.
no, yeah, if it's a 3-year-old, like I'm talking about,
process emotions yet.
I'm talking about like ass whipping. Not like when I mean ass whippings, I mean like probably like from 15 and up. Yeah. Yeah.
Teenage.
Because a kid will never know.
Because that window is narrow, but by 11 to 13, you're somewhat conscientious of what you're doing and all this other stuff. So, granted, you don't know the full like repercussions of your own actions, but that's where like, you know, your mistakes can like lead you to that. Like, hey, like I fucked up here. This is what happened. Like, I need to be more conscious.
Yeah, and at that point, you just need to talk. Like,
yeah,
and then you have that conversation, and they're fine.
No, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you could have talks to like parent your kids and stuff like that. But when your kid is like doing something like playing with an action figure or something like that, and he's just getting on your nerves, and you just burst into the fucking room and start whooping his ass, that's where the abuse starts. I've even remember getting beat for pretending to want to be Spider-Man, because like a certain person saw this symbol, which is, you know, Spider-Man Go Web, and just instantly thought like, yo, you're not gonna be in a fucking gang, and bursts like and comes to me and starts like literally wailing on the back of my head, like 2 hits to the back of the head and then 1 hit to the side of the head, which if anyone knows, like you're never supposed to, like that's why punches to the back of the head in UFC and like boxing are illegal, because you could do so much brain damage. So yeah, like I don't know if that like if that physical abuse correlated to like any ADHD or anything like that I got tested for. As far as it goes, I was like, to this day, like if I feel like there's too much tension and I know like the altercation can get physical with like the persons of that family, like from my family members, like I'll shut down and just instantly remove myself from the situation. But then on the flip side to that is when I want nothing to do with them but to love them from afar, I get looked at as like the bad person. I was like, you can't let anything go. Like, why are you like this? Why are you acting like this? Like, I was like, bro, like, I was like, how am I acting any different? I was like, so I should be like, you know, forgiving and forgive all that. And I was like, no, dude, I'm not going to forgive that. I was like, I still have love for them from far away, but you cannot come close to me anymore. Because at the end of the day, like I tell anyone, I was like, how much poison can you drink before it actually causes you a problem? I was like, yeah. And like, I'm not going to go through that. Like, I was like, dude, trust me. Like, I went through that as a kid. I don't want to go through that as an adult.
It kind of reminds me of like, what did you do for me to forgive you, first of all? Because that's not fair to you. Like,
no,
how are you going to forgive somebody if they don't even give you a reason to?
And here's the thing, though.
Where's
like,
my apology?
The forgiveness isn't like, I see what you're coming from, but to me, that's more resentment. For me, the forgiveness has already happened. I was like, I don't need.
You did it on your own.
Yeah.
Which is such a mature thing to do. Because I
Yeah, because like I'm gonna forgive that person regardless. Because like I said, there's no.
Because you're a beautiful person.
It's not even that. It's just like I realize now that there's no manual for like parenting. So as the what I could like, what if I could teach like parents, like, which I'm not a parent, so I'm not legally allowed to teach anyone.
Not to interrupt, but like you didn't disclaim whether this was a parental figure or like a sibling.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep that like.
Well, you can just say figure. Like it could
Yeah.
be if it's an adult, then you could say that.
Yeah, it was an adult figure. Like it's a grown ass adult whooping on a fucking kid.
Yeah.
So
That's all I was
yeah.
asking.
So no, yeah, I got you. No, yeah. So as far as it goes, like a lot of like if I could teach, parents, which again not qualified to teach anyone, but like if I could just pass on a lesson, I was like, don't forget you were misunderstood kids at one point as well. Then on top of that, I was like, you're learning to be a parent. He's learning how to be a kid. I was like, he's learning how to be a son or a daughter. He's like, they're learning that as
Or they them.
Yeah, that.
That wasn't even a joke. Like,
No, yeah, I got you. They're learning to they're learning to be that while you're still learning to be a parent. I was like, there's no manual for this shit. Like both of you guys are learning as you go. I was like, where you need more patience and more forgiving will open up so much more. I was like to this day, like one of the best things that like any kid can hear when like having trouble what to like do is just like that whole reassurance of being like, I was like, wow, you make really good decisions. That kid's gonna trust himself more and like in the decisions that he makes, and he's gonna have a stronger head on his shoulders versus you like, why the fuck can't you do anything type of like attitude, I was like, that's just it.
The verbal abuse.
Yeah, there was that too. Yeah. No, I got verbal and physical. So
yeah, I was gonna say he got verbal, physical, and then the mental that he was undiagnosed with as a child. Because ADHD is nothing you get beat into.
No, yeah.
Like it's a
no,
Yeah.
it's a neurological. Yeah, it's a neurological thing, and that's the thing though. Like I didn't. By the way, I didn't find out I was ADHD until like close to like pre-adulthood. And
I barely got.
no, like I'm talking about like 20 something.
But it all made sense though.
Yeah, like it all clicked when I was like, oh, that's why I fucking do this shit. But like yeah, like 20 something. But like to not like, cause growing up in the fucking 90s, that's not a real thing, you're hyper. Like that's what they called it back in the days. Like he just has a lot of energy.
That's why it's no longer
Boys with
ADD.
boys.
It's
That's what they always say,
ADHD.
too.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause-
another thing.
Because a lot of us are different.
Yeah.
Like my hyper is real. Like it's hyper. Like you guys see me actively talking like over here, blah 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 blah, like every 2 seconds, like everything.
And I'm not saying I got beat for like random reasons. Sometimes they were random, but like at the same time, like what
I
I'm.
didn't mean to laugh at that.
No, you're good. Like sometimes they were random, but at the same time, like I said, there was proper reasons why like those beatings were appropriate. Like the ones that were appropriate, I forgave. And learned how to and that within forgiving the ones that he's like, yeah, I really did fuck up there. Like I deserve that one. With the accepting of my own accountability and be like, yo, I should have got my ass beat for that, and accepting it, that opened the door for me to you know what, I can accept that shouldn't have happened, and I gotta forgive it for me. But at the same time, I have to accept the fact that I have to keep that person at a distance and love them at that distance. So yeah.
Period. Well, that was Christian's. So now let's go to Sophie. Her name is Sophie, but she does like to be called Soapy. I don't know why. She's my Soapy. I guess it's because she's clean.
Snowpea.
Snowpea. Oh, that's cute.
No, y'all never seen
I like that.
Mucha Lucha? Snowpea?
I have seen. I don't remember that character.
Yeah, he's the one in the corn. Snowpea.
Oh, Snoopy!
Yeah, he's the one in the corn.
I totally forgot about him. He was like the little cute one.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, show us, but then
Yeah.
I'll show them.
I totally forgot about.
Yeah, he's the one in the lote.
Yeah, it's like a little guy. He's so cute, Snoopy, and that's all he ever said too.
Yeah.
Aw.
Damn, that's how we forgot.
For
Yeah.
real. I was like, we both
This little guy.
watched it.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a bigger one too. Remember the one? I think the one that had like.
Wasn't his dad?
Yeah, that was his dad.
It
Yeah.
was like his dad.
He had 3 seeds or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. I remember.
No.
I'm sure you guys the dad too.
It was like his dad too.
No, yeah, that's
Damn.
crazy.
If you guys watch Mucha Lucha or Challenge Showdown, y'all the real ones.
For
I'm
real.
just saying.
No, yeah.
Waking
Which,
up
by the
Saturday-
way, bring back Mucha Lucha.
Dude, yes.
Yes, and
Showdown.
Yeah.
I mean, because they
No,
did
well,
redo
Challenge
it.
Show like had a perfect ending though. Like the show actually did end. Did it
Okay,
not?
but put it on the streaming services. I
Oh,
want to
okay.
rewatch
Yeah.
it. Like, I want to
Because
rewatch
I do
it.
too.
Yeah.
We watch
Like,
everything.
yes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, for real. I want to wake up, put on some cereal and TV and just watch it. Great.
Okay. No, your turn though.
Oh yeah, serious moment. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, we're ADHD. All of us.
For real.
Yeah.
Every single one of us ADHD.
For real.
So we decided 3 ADHD people decided to have a podcast. Let's do it.
Right.
Because we just thought it was a smart idea.
If we have another person, we could literally name the podcast ADHD. ADH.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Then we get flagged because we're being insensitive. But we all have it.
Yeah. Stop flagging our shit. Oh yeah. Fuck. Yeah. My bad, guys.
It's like when I make Latino jokes, but we're all fucking Latino. Like,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Flag.
No, because I think that's why we got demonetized. Because I made a joke about being brown on the last video that I posted. Low key, I think that probably got flagged us. But we're all Latino. We're all different colors and shades.
Yeah.
And it was a joke. It was a joke that you took very well.
Yeah.
Being the brown instead of us all.
Oh, was it the Kimberly one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think that's what flagged us, but we'll go.
That's so dumb.
I literally looked at my own skin tone. I was like,
I was like, no, it was the Kimberly.
Because even my joke was like, "What color are you? Like, what color do you think you are?" Like,
Mom, am I brown?
yeah, and I thought that was funny. Like,
No, that was hilarious.
yeah, and that was me being genuine. Like, I wasn't like
Yeah.
faking it or acting. I was just saying what I in
Yeah.
the moment. Like, that's what I was feeling. I just say what I say. But go on, it's your time. This is the second time we've said this. ADHD.
Serious moment. So, damn, where do I even begin? So I've had pretty much verbal abuse from my father for a long, long time, up until I want to say like when I was 17, because that's when like everything kind of happened. But it's not just that I've also experienced. That was just what I personally experienced, because I thought it was normal to get hit by a Switch. Obviously it was, and not the Switch like the game. I'm talking about an actual Switch. Like,
We're old enough.
Yeah.
The people who are
Yeah, if you thought Nintendo Switch, bro,
our guided audience.
log out, go touch grass, go do something.
Like,
Yeah.
we're not here just for the Gen Z and the younger ones. We're
You know how I knew we grew up like with trauma or like slightly abusive like parents is the fact that when you start like, I don't know if you guys ever done this growing up with like your middle school buddies or elementary school buddies. Have you guys ever played the game like Who Suffered Worse?
dude, yes.
You
Oh
guys-
my God.
No, yeah, you compare what you got
Compare
beat
your
to.
trauma.
You compare what you like what they hit you with.
Yeah.
It could have been the extension cord. It could have been the like fucking a shot glass. It could have been a fucking
A
hanger,
branch.
a branch, a fucking belt,
Yeah.
pebbles, back of the hand, a wooden spoon, fuck,
I didn't have
a
that.
metal
Like,
mop
okay.
handle.
We
Okay.
didn't. No, but I have those things.
Alright.
Oh.
My dad fucking drilled. My dad drilled holes in a paddle he handmade. Because back then he would just say, "Go find a bamboo stick, not a switch, a bamboo stick," because those are equivalent to the fucking switch. So he would be like, "Go find a stick in the yard," and he was like, "That's not good enough." And then we would go find a bamboo stick. When it was good enough, he'd be like, "Perfect." Right on our asses, like right on our asses. And then he was like, "You know what? I'm tired of that." So he drilled a hole, 3 air holes into the paddle that he made by hand, and spanked us that way instead. That way he would get some airflow.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make a joke, but I wanted to let you let like you know. Let me rephrase.
And
this.
that's my Asian dad, by the way.
I wanted you to air out your trauma first. And not
That was
like,
all of us, though. That's
No,
all of
yeah.
everyone in my family. You guys know what I'm fucking talking about. If you're from the Latino side, you don't know because you weren't hit. But
See-
all my Asian side knows exactly what I'm talking about because
See-
we were all hit by that.
We're more like wooden paddle, probably, right?
Yeah.
Like the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's us. But like when you were talking, like when again, I'm not making fun of his like abuse or anything like that. I'm literally
You could if you wanted to because I love you and you're my
yeah,
family.
and we're friends and we've heard this stuff before.
Well, you're my family and I'm my
Yeah.
friend.
So as far as it goes, as soon as he's like, yeah, he picked up a bad boomstick. Tell me why I heard in my head round 1. Fight.
Oh my god! Street fighter over here.
I was just that's why I was like, as soon as I heard that, I went like this. I was just like,
You should have just said it. I would have fucking said it.
Hey, remember I keep telling you we're jungle Asian, we're not city Asian, so we don't even got rounds. We just get dead.
That was a game part in the game though.
No,
The
yeah.
jungle.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I was like, all I heard was like round 1, fight. And then, like, bro, that shit fucked with me so hard, like in my head.
The only thing I'm fighting is tears, bitch.
Yeah, and then I was just like, damn. I was like, I thought like you win. I was like, I was comparing like regular ass whoopings. Like you're over here fighting a kung fu master. I was like,
Damn.
it was like,
He is the one who taught me Muay Thai. So,
so yeah, that's what
my
I'm saying.
dad actually knows how to fight. Like they grew up in the jungle.
Jungle.
They were
Yeah.
into all that shit.
Yeah,
My dad trained me, my cousin Ariel, my cousin Josh, a couple of them.
Yeah.
Like, go follow my cousin Ariel. She's a nail tech. She's amazing. If you guys want to get your nails done, go follow her.
real.
But anyways, she's amazing.
I saw your nails, girls. I love them. Them Demon Slayer ones. Those look really badass. Good job on those.
Not you getting free sponsorship, but whatever.
Love you.
my sense of custos your way. So yeah.
But anyways, go over back to
Yeah, no, yeah.
Trauma.
Your trauma. Yeah, my bad.
But I've also been the person to actually be there in that family where I didn't see it happen, but I knew it happened. My sister was molested when we were younger. I don't know how many times I could tell you that we've dealt with CPS. And then once I got older, my niece had told me, like, ever since she was little, that she was, sorry, my niece is like my kid.
You're gonna make me cry because I know
No.
the whole story.
Oh yeah, like it's getting real.
And,
Yeah.
and I know the whole fucking story.
But it sucks. It sucks that you can't be, like, you're there, but you can't do anything because, one, you don't know about it until it's too late. And then when you try and be there, you're just pushed away. Or you're in the middle of everything happening and you had no idea what was going on until it was already it already had happened. And then you feel betrayed because you weren't trusted enough to be told. It fucking sucks. And then for family members that were aware, just did nothing. And that's fucking frustrating. Because it's like, you are our family. You're supposed to protect us. What the fine fuck? And so, yeah. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Went too far in the podcast.
Yeah, you don't have to apologize. Like as far as it goes, like
Never apologize for your feelings, ever.
yeah,
But yeah.
what you feel is valid, and like how you feel is how you're supposed to feel.
But yeah, I've had a shit week, guys. I told you. I was like, so, like, all
Yeah,
this is just, like, goes
this
up.
was probably like a little too dark for
Yeah.
like the week she had. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I mean, yeah, I think with all of us experience a trauma, and then when we end up finding trauma buddies, that's what I'm gonna call us, the trauma buddies.
TBs.
Like, yeah, TVs for real.
TB brothers and sisters.
I'm not trying to say that it's like nice to talk to people about that, but it is, because at the same time, it's like, even though they've experienced it in a different form, like, all of us experienced that pain, that hurt, that betrayal. And I feel like that's what connects all of us to be like really good friends with everyone.
Yeah.
So I can't say anymore because I want to keep crying.
No, yeah, you're good. All right, let's talk about let's lighten up the situation from here on out.
You could do the side note. 'Cause you
So-
put it-
Gotcha.
Okay,
Alright.
keeping it real.
Yeah.
That's normal. As long as we keep it as wholesome and real as possible.
But
Gotcha.
I mean,
That's
if you
what
see
matters.
but honestly, if you see something, say something.
Yeah, seriously.
Keep eye on your families. Like,
Yeah.
really, like, if you feel like something's wrong, something probably is wrong.
Especially kids. Especially kids. It doesn't matter if they're a teenager. It doesn't matter if they're under the age of fucking 18, even above 18, you can still tell when someone's going through trauma. But when we're talking about kids and things like that, you can tell there's a difference because they haven't fully developed their mentality or what the fuck they're going through yet. None of us have. And it's so traumatizing to deal with it alone. And when you deal with it alone, it starts to show in other actions. Yeah. And we saw those happen in, you know, her actions. We saw them happening so much, and there was just no way to go about it without making them feel uncomfortable because they weren't comfortable talking about it. You know, I get it. Like, and who would be comfortable talking about that? Nobody's comfortable fucking talking about their assaults. No one's comfortable with talking about being beat in any form and level. Like, that's okay, because we get it. We get where you're coming from. But at least acknowledge it and see it. Make sure there's an action happening. Make sure that there's somebody aware. Make sure that there's somebody doing something, because it goes turn to a blind eye when it should not be. We need to be there for each other as people, no matter fucking what happens. Mm-hmm. And it's too much, too soon, and we're too late on our actions. So I get it, and it's not always easy, but it is what it is sometimes, and we have to fucking accept it because it is the past. But now it's our future now. What can we do to make sure this doesn't fucking happen again? And how can we prevent it? We support each other. That should be enough. Yeah. For the whole situation. So now that we're done with the with the emotional stuff
crying
and the doo-doo stuff, we're gonna talk about something that's completely different, and it's probably not here for open ears, but we're gonna talk about cryptids. So let's go into the cryptids.
So yeah, the topic is going to be cryptids that we believe are actually real.
100%.
Most of them are real.
That scares me. I don't even like this subject. I'm not even going to lie. I hate scary shit, but I know they are out there. So we're still going to talk about it.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not a friend of, like, when like it starts getting real creepy, like at an abandoned house, I'll be like, what's that over there?
Don't you fucking dare. I will walk out. I'm
that friend.
I am walking out.
I was like, everybody, come look at the second window.
No.
Okay.
Very paranoid as shit.
So what's the first one you think?
First one I think that could be a possible cryptid is, I want to say it's a tie for me for the UFO. I mean, not UFO, sorry.
But that's not cryptids.
Yeah, that's not cryptids.
Aliens are not cryptids.
Yeah.
Aliens are real.
They're definitely real.
Yeah, no, after they got declassified and all that other shit. But
that's
sorry.
declassified.
It's
Bigfoot, yeah. Bigfoot and what's it called?
Bigfoot just wants to be alone.
And the Loch Ness Monster. I still believe that those could be possible things.
I want the Loch Ness Monster to be real so bad.
Yeah.
But somebody debunked that, and I was just like, damn.
No, I think it's real because it's a dinosaur.
No.
It's a dinosaur?
They finally decided that it might be a whale's penis. Deadass. I was like,
huh?
So if you guys have never
Shot
seen
to that.
a whale's penis.
To be that big and be like that high up in the air.
So yes, somebody had did a picture.
Hold the fuck up. No, because I've never heard
You have
that.
to look at this. Yes. So somebody has taken a photo of, okay. So I don't know if you've never seen a whale's penis.
I don't want to.
If you haven't, it's very big, long, and gross. And pink.
So I'll post
Don't what?
This is why we're gonna get banned. Anyway, so
do the black ones look like the microphone?
No, I think it's just they're all pink if I can recall. I don't know. I didn't go that far into the whale dicks. The only reason I went into this page was because they're like, oh my god, some surprise anomaly happened in the ocean, and I was like, oh okay, like a dumbass. Yeah. And then I went and they're like, a whale's mating, and I was like, what the fuck? So that's how I found out about the penis, but that's not how I found out about the Loch Ness Monster.
So you're watching whale porn?
No, I was not watching whale porn. I was watching videos and I would read articles about the ocean, which I know you don't like manta rays, but oh my God, there's a pink manta ray.
I have beef with stingrays, and due to the beef with stingrays, it's a subsidiary like
to the manta rays.
Yeah.
But they're so beautiful. But there is a pink manta ray. It's the only one found in the Great Barrier Reef, and they named it the Inspector Clouseau. And I thought that was so cute. So I was like, but that's just a side note. But anyway, back to the whale penis. So I found an article. It was like weeks after I had read that article, that they're like, the Loch Ness monster might be debunked. And I was like, what? No way. Because I was the same. I thought they were real too. And then they did a side-by-side photo of how it's possible that it was actually a whale penis that those people saw and not a Loch Ness monster because of the way the shape was. And I was like, damn.
So you're telling me it's not like some plesiosaur? It's just
straight up, it's a whale
penis. It's just Shamu bricked up in the ocean.
But is it because it was upside down? Is that normal?
Yeah. So after they mate, they pretty much come up, and
rock hard, rock solid.
Yeah,
like,
pretty
just
much.
ready
It's
to go.
just like out there, and sometimes depending on the whale, it actually can get cut off. Yeah.
That's
like,
scary.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's scary.
I didn't read too much into it. I told you guys, like, I literally was like, what the fuck? And then got out of the page kind of deal.
I still think it's a dinosaur.
But if you want to read it more, you can definitely Google it.
Okay, we're going to touch back to that like weird subject, not about the penises, but animal or cryptid.
The only reason I know that was because somebody had taken a picture of the penis on the beach. And so I don't know if it was because the whale had died or if that's like a common occurrence. But yeah, they say it's because
I think it's still technically a dinosaur simply for the fact that there's been other sightings of what they've seen. Not just that one picture that everyone keeps talking about.
Yeah.
They keep seeing like those same kind of creature.
I'm telling you guys, if you look at whale penis, you're going to be like,
no, but when it comes to cryptids, when it comes to things like that, I do my research. I'm in it. Like, Loey Lane, if you're watching this, you're probably not, even though I love you so much. Like, she sees the same things that I see. Like, we always research it. We know that there's so many different things, and people keep saying that they keep seeing it. And those are things that you can keep seeing.
Gotcha.
That makes more sense. Like, that's a dinosaur. You're seeing a dinosaur. You're not seeing.
oh, no, I know dinosaurs are probably still around.
You still have those prehistoric underground creatures that we keep seeing. Like, we keep finding out that they're still alive. We have creatures that are from fucking a long time ago that are still just oceanics because they live in the ocean. They're still existing, but they're just so far gone into the different parts of it that we can explore.
Yeah.
When we find them on the shore, when we find them in different spots, these are scientific things. These are not just things that we're just finding out. Like, it's different. Like, cryptids, when we see cryptids, like Wendigos and shit like that, I'm not saying their real name because their real name is what attracts them. Wendigo's not their real name, so it's not going to attract them.
It's this.
Okay, yeah. No, those are the ones I believe are real.
His eyes were like, if you fucking say that.
Like, okay.
You see the real name.
Fucking
Get the fuck out of my house. No, but yeah.
We're finna fight.
Yeah, so, what about for you?
For me, El Duendes. That's the one I said a while ago. It's El Duendes.
For your non-Spanish speakers, duendes are usually what? Gnomes?
Gnomes.
Yeah.
Gnomes. They're not your stereotypical gnomes that you see on the lawn.
I'm sorry, that was horrible.
Like, they're not your stereotypical gnomes that you see on the fucking lawn or shit like that.
Oh, these motherfuckers are evil.
No, yeah.
Like, but there's different kinds of gnomes. They're not all the same. So duendes come in different shapes and forms.
You know,
Most
you're
of
not
them-
even supposed to say the name.
I don't mind because my house is protected for other reasons.
Yeah, but we gotta leave.
Yeah, I gotta drive home.
We gotta fucking drive home.
Well, protect your house. But
You know,
Bitch.
like, I was like, I know it's possible because I saw Leprechaun in the Hood. These motherfuckers aren't scared of anything.
it's stupid.
Dude, you said leprechaun in the hood. I just thought of the movie Leprechaun.
There's so many different kinds and so many different shapes and forms of them because some of them just do small stuff. Some of them can actually help you. Like, it's very, very, very different. I've known there are the ones that are evil. I don't believe in evil, but like there are things that are technically bad, I guess, to people that kind of find ways to make you have a hard day. Like, they steal your shit, they steal your clothes, steal your socks, hide your shit. Sometimes that's just because you're dumb and you forget and you forgot where you put where was that. But there's times where you're like, it was there. We all put it there, and then later you find it somewhere else, and we're like, we have it on camera where we left it somewhere, and then you find out it's somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like those are those times where I'm just like, yeah, it was probably something like that because the camera didn't cut out of nowhere. No one hacked our camera to show us that the fucking keys were on the table when we all saw me put them up there, X, Y, and Z. Like, and the recording just keeps going, and we just find it right there. Like that doesn't make any sense. Things like that. So there's a lot of different stuff that comes into play. There's Windows that actually fucking hate humans and they like hunt you.
Keep saying the fucking name. Quit saying the name. Just say gnomes.
Okay, so the gnomes will find things that you like and personally do it on purpose because they're petty and they hate you. And if you look at one directly in the eyes, they remember you because you're like, hey, you know, obviously. But that's like with human nature. Like even when we look at each other, we're like, well, I'll remember you forever because I looked at you dead ass in the eyes. So if you look at one in the eyes, just remember that person, that one's not gonna leave you. That gnome is not gonna leave you. It's gonna remember who you are for the rest of your fucking life. But sometimes if you move out, do different things, they don't follow you. They're not followers. They live in their area. They live in their specific things. I know this is real because this shit happens a lot. You know, it's shit that I've seen, shit that I've dealt with. I haven't ever seen a gnome. I almost said the real name.
I know. like
per se in person, but I know that the thing. Hey,
it's a cat. It's not a gnome, guys. It's a cat.
I know that stuff happens, and people who have stories, I believe them because they have no reason to lie. They have no excuse. They're like not trying to make shit up. They're not trying to be personable with me. Like they have no excuse. It's just shit that happens to them, and I'm just like, cool, because I know paranormal shit, and it happens to me all the time. So to me, that's okay. Like I get it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to them, I know for a fact those motherfuckers, not for a fact, but for my facts, that those motherfuckers exist and that they keep doing what they're doing.
Gotcha. All right, Sophie.
Wendigos for sure.
Snow pea.
I was like Wendigos for sure. Scared the shit out of me. Only because there's this video. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen this video where this dude was in the woods, and I think he was like singing or chanting or whatever, and then you could literally see like these cryptids literally moving, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Scared the shit out of me. I cannot sleep. Oh, don't do it.
No, I practiced it. Not to do
I know. I was like, don't fucking do it. Why would you do that to me after I just said? Like, I will walk out of here and leave. Stop. But yeah. Okay, can we go over the subject now?
So we're gonna switch over to the next topic. Finally, we're getting back to Am I the Asshole? So let's go into Am I the Asshole? So we'll start off with Am I the asshole for having a kid when my ex-wife is going through menopause?
Like having a separate kid out of wedlock?
We're going to find out. That's the name of the title. My ex-wife, 45 female, and I, 43 male, are in the process of divorce. We have 2 kids in high school. She started to hate me during the last year of marriage, along with mood swings and just being shitty. Only thing I could think of at that time was that she was hormonal. She didn't like when I told her she was being hormonal. She would get defensive. I told her to see a doctor, but she refused. I don't think that she would have listened to me. I gave her an ultimatum to go to therapy and go see a doctor or we are done. She asked for a divorce. I didn't argue. I told her fine, if that's what she wants. She told me I am a mediocre husband and she's better off alone. That actually definitely defines me. I am a mediocre husband. I am not very good looking. I am not millionaire. I never cheated, so I guess I am not a bad husband, just mediocre. She filed a petition for divorce. Then, a few months later, she suddenly withdrew it and told me that she's having second thoughts. I filed the petition myself because I met a woman, 36 female, who was nice to me, which came as a shock to my system. I couldn't have gone back to my ex-wife after that. Turns out my ex-wife's sister convinced her to see a doctor, and she discussed about her period relations with her. She was going through perimenopause, and she just started HRT. she started dragging the process. So we've been going through divorce like forever. My sounds like a fucking kid. My girlfriend found out she was pregnant. I told her that I am a mediocre dude, that my ex left me. She told me that she is also a mediocre woman and she wants to raise a mediocre kid with me and live in a mediocre house and live a mediocre life. So she is now my fiance and wife as soon as I get divorced. I thought news of the pregnancy will make my ex understand that our marriage would have ended, but she went crazy about it. She is now claiming I abandoned her when she needed me the most. That I'm a bad person for having a kid when she was going through menopause. She left me first.
Not the asshole because she did leave you first. She just wanted to do takesy backsies and be like, no, let's work this out. Like, you shouldn't get, like, no person on earth should give you 3 reasons on why, like, you should, like, leave, you know?
Yeah.
You should know when you're not welcome, and he knew that he was not welcome within that first, like, yo, like, it's a wrap. It's a divorce. So, yeah, he's not the asshole. Like,
They're not divorced yet, though.
it doesn't matter. If you sign papers and hand them over, like, yo, like, or just present the papers, like, yo, this is it. This is what's leading to the end.
Mm-hmm.
There's no coming back from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, if you're presenting, like the papers, or if you're, like, say, like, yo, I want a divorce, that's the beginning of the end. That's what that means. It's the beginning of what's no longer gonna be. I was like, to my eyes, you're not the asshole. It's like she lets you know that she is no longer going to be interested in you. So yeah, no, not the asshole.
I think this is one of those cases where they're both the assholes.
I was gonna say that.
Because how so was because she
was the toxic one.
yeah she was being a fucking bitch from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But it's very inaccurate to call her a bitch because she was going through her stuff and didn't even know.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think that she's a complete asshole, because she didn't know she was going through this. But he did say go see a doctor, like go see somebody. Like he didn't just say go see.
He knew something was wrong.
Yeah, he
Like
knew
there's
something
no
was
way
wrong.
like this toxicity
Escalates.
escalated this bad.
Yeah, like make it make sense. And he was like, he's like, there's no way, because he's like, you love me, I love you. Like he didn't say that, but I can see that's what he was going to.
Yeah.
Even though he types like a fucking 11th grader, like who skips class.
He did say he was
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way that he was talking, he was like, he actually did care about her. He was like, hey, like go do these things because it's not working for me. Like the very beginning when he started talking, I was like, shut up, because he sounded stupid, you know.
Yeah.
But he actually started to make sense towards the end. And when she decided that she was going to the doctor, he already had a girlfriend by then, because she already gave him the divorce papers.
Yeah.
Like, bro, of course we're not together. So of course I'm gonna leave and go find something to do because I'm bored. Like, you don't want me. I don't. What am I supposed to do here to be there for you? You don't want me. That makes sense. You don't want me. You clearly said it. You don't want help. He did the adult thing to do, just to go live his life. He found it, right? So he's not the asshole for that. But he's the asshole for the way he was talking and the way that he described her. Like that's the asshole part for me. And then also to say like his wife finally comes back to normal and feels good, and she's like, "You're leaving me and you're abandoning me." Like that's the part where I still feel like she's mostly the asshole, but I still feel like he's an asshole for the way he behaved.
I mean, at the end of the day, like I don't really see like it. To me, like his behavior was justified because that was what was rooted to his emotions.
Yeah, and that's why I said like I don't feel like he's fully the asshole because I feel like he was doing something that he decided to do as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's the one who said it was fucking clear that like we're getting a divorce, and when she declined it, he was instead of being like, why did she decline it? That's why I feel like he's the asshole. It's like you were with this woman for so long, and you're just letting it go like that. Like,
well, here's the thing though. Like that's what I mean. Like you shouldn't let like no one tell you more than once that your presence is no longer needed.
Yeah.
So he was in the right by accepting that and saying like, you know what, she doesn't want me. I could like accept it and just take the hit and just find someone that will want me. So I don't think that he's an asshole for that. I think at the end of the day, it's just like she told you, like, yo, I don't want you anymore. Regardless if it was in the right state of mind, we could play in hysteria, we could play in menopause.
No, that's exactly why people get off in court, because you're not in the right state of mind. Because that is a real thing.
No, yeah,
that's the one thing the fucking U.S. system has right, is that when you're not in the right state of mind, you fuck up and you do shit like that.
Yeah, I get
it.
I get that part, but what I'm saying is like that's for like people who are actually like crazy.
Hysteria.
Having a hormonal balance is it's like I know it leads up to that, but the thing
I
is,
think he gave up too easy.
No,
that's what I'm
because like him giving up easy would have been like, you know what, he would have never presented the option like, yo, go get checked out, go do this, go do that. I was like, all right.
No, and I don't.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Like I agree with you.
No, yeah, and that's what like we're agreeing on. I'm just trying to like, I'm letting you know that I don't see him at all as the asshole. Like it's he's the innocent one in this. Like he took the lick by saying like, you know what, like first he reached out like, yo, like you're not like you eat a Snickers or something, and then second
period.
Sorry, you're not you when you're hungry. So
he did say that though, like
being there for is what I'm getting at. Don't fucking start typing up the comment section. The second thing was just like he took the lick as a man, like as just any individual should, regardless of gender. It's like, yo, this person doesn't want me anymore. Like I'm not gonna like beg around for their energy anymore or anything like that. And then the third of all, when she realized that, like, you know what, I made a mistake, he was right, this and that, and like I should work this out. You can no longer work out what isn't there, and that's what he accepted.
Yeah.
That relationship is not gonna be there. It's done. So I don't see him as the asshole at all. Like if anything, like she's a bigger asshole because one, he cared enough about her to actually get her like to tell her
to
like,
ask her for help, like to get help.
Yeah, and then two, he like somewhere in there, I'm pretty sure he was asking like, yo, are you sure you want to do this, so on and so forth, and she still went through with the wanting to divorce him. I was like, at that point, you're kind of like you're throwing a tantrum while messing up your bed, but not realizing that you're about to sleep on it.
That's true.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm having like an internal argument with myself right now.
Yeah, because you're doing what I was doing, like because I was agreeing with him, but also like mad at him.
No, I'm gonna get shit for this. Okay, so I'm old school of the belief of marriage. Like, until that divorce paper is fully finalized, you are still technically married.
No.
And I understand the situation. The situation was very toxic, both of them, on both parts, I think. But my mindset of also like, well, he's cheating on her because you're still technically married. So it's just like I'm having this internal argument with myself right now, and it's really rough.
Well, how is
and then I'm taking in what you're saying. I'm taking in what you're saying. So my mind is kind of like,
because
that's literally what my mindset right now.
Because even though they're married, they're still not together.
Yeah.
With the old school mind.
Yeah.
That's why she's having internal argument.
Yeah,
she's
like,
no, and I get that. But that's the thing of like, even if it is an old school argument, like if we're going old school argument, like old school like marriage does not believe in divorce at all. They stay throughout the whole.
But that's why she's
that's why I'm just like, okay, because either way, it still goes back to them being the asshole, in my opinion. In my opinion.
Both of them, or
but like whether my old school mindset says, you know what, they're not technically divorced yet, they're still technically married.
Yeah.
They're not trying to push to save this marriage. Like it's because he sounds like he's given up, right?
Yeah.
In the beginning, it sounds like he's given up. Hence why he ended up finding a girlfriend who loves and cherishes him, and they're having a child together. That's awesome. Good kudos to you, dude. But at the same time, my mindset, you're still technically married. You gave up on your wife the moment she didn't want to do therapy, and that's fine. That was toxic.
Yeah.
But then we go into her, and then all of a sudden her sister's like, oh, you should go to therapy, and then she decides to do it. So then she withdraws because she realizes, oh, my husband was right, but I'm not gonna tell him that he was right. Like, another toxic trait. So like it's just I'm just internally struggling, but they're both the asshole.
Well, that's the thing though. Like at that point, like if I know I want, if I'm doing everything I can to help you as like your like spouse or whatever, I was like, and you're kind of shunning me away, and then you present me divorce papers. Isn't that just emotional abuse?
Yes, in a sense, but also
Because you're playing with their emotions at that point. Like so that's.
well, no, she's not though, because she doesn't realize it yet. And
Yeah.
when she starts going on medication, she's like,
That's when she's realizing there was something
like there was something wrong with me.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually better now, so let's be a part of this. That's why I feel like he's the asshole too, because he was like ready.
Well, that's
No, like
yeah.
what it sounds like is like he was ready though. Like he sounds like he was ready.
It doesn't sound like he was ready. It sounds like he just accepted it. Like there's no fighting.
But how fast are you gonna be to accept that though? Like now I'm being like realistic.
Yeah,
When
because
human-
he did say
'cause if
that
I
they were
loved you
fighting for
or-
a while.
yeah.
I think he did say that.
So
he said
the
they were fighting
tension
for a
has
while.
always been there.
Yeah. So it really was. I think he was just tired. And
I don't think he
That
was.
makes more sense.
I think he was tired.
I think he was tired, and then finally when she presented the end all be all option, he's just like, you know what, I'm
I'm
tired.
just gonna accept it.
Let's accept it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not that
That's
he's.
logical.
It's not that he's the asshole. It's that like at that point he's. Granted, like she's not like her hormones aren't properly balanced, so who knows what other like emotional abuse he was going through, which thus making him tired. So at that point he's just like, you know what, I really just need peace of like for me and love you from afar. It goes back to the whole like abuse thing. Like how much more poison can you drink before it actually like kills you?
Yeah.
So I think let's see what the
Like to me, I stand at not the asshole. Glad she got her Snickers, but yeah.
that basically was her Snickers. Like, you need some help, and I'm glad that she did. I'm so happy
yeah.
for her.
I'm glad,
No,
Chica.
but
Yeah, like
Yeah.
be good.
you're not you when you're hungry.
Yeah, this was posted 13 hours ago. So
Snickers. First Netflix endorsement. Now we have a Snickers endorsement. Come on, guys.
Bro, Snickers is good as fuck.
I love Snickers, and like if they
Snickers is delicious. I ain't gonna lie.
if they endorse us.
Actually, funny thing, because I did briefly talk about my dad a little bit. My dad and I did have a better relationship before he passed away. But
What was that like?
I can talk about that in the next podcast.
Okay.
But so my dad actually was a curandero, and he always made sure, or always told us to always make sure we carried a Snicker bars with us, because it's true. Like if you are hungry, you have not eaten, a Snicker bar is a good thing to eat for you.
Yeah.
Like he said that before Snickers started endorsing that. So
Well, that's because
just-
Snickers
just-
have like a lot of calories and a lot of like other stuff.
that, and it had protein because of the peanuts.
Yeah.
So it does have everything in it.
and the
that
sugar,
you would
azúcar
need.
también.
Yeah. So
Because azúcar has the biggest help.
exactly.
jump on your-
So
Yeah.
just letting you guys know that that's legit. Do carry Snickers around if you're not allergic. If you're allergic, I am so sorry. Oh, there's almond.
Yeah,
That's
it's like,
that's
but
still another nut
Snickers
allergy.
makes not just the one Snickers.
Oh, yeah,
they
that's
also
right,
make
never
other
mind.
stuff too.
Yeah.
So we love you, Snickers.
We love you, Snickers.
Endorse
Yeah.
us.
Endorse us.
It's not like
But anyways, so this was posted about, like I said a while ago. It's 13 hours ago. So we got. They usually have like an all-in tell you what they are, not the asshole or am I the asshole. But we got one comment that says, "Not the asshole. She filed for divorce. Were you supposed to crumple up into a ball and not go out with her?
Yeah.
Period." And then someone said, "I honestly expect that she would completely be a different person, but when she was on HRT and hasn't spoken, I woken up to realize that she blew me up her entire life, and as a person she actually loved and valued. It's tragic. My heart goes out to her, but it's not OP's fault."
Yeah, it's not his fault. Like it's like the whole thing, like when a girl is dating somebody on birth control and then they get like off birth control or whatever, their hormones change and like they're not attracted to that person anymore. Are you just supposed to tell that other person's like, oh, like, yeah, like, yo, you meant to me what you meant to me at that time, but I no longer need this version of you. And like, and then they move on, and then that person's just sitting there like stuck with the heartbreak, and it's just like, so what the hell? I was like, I was just this emotional experiment for you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, not the asshole.
That's why it's scary, because chemical reactions are crazy.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying like the girl's a complete asshole. Like, well, kind of. Like
No, no,
like-
toxic dude. She was the
no,
beginning.
like 98.
Well, no,
98% toxic. Like,
towards the end, where she's to me, she's not the
reason why
asshole.
is 'cause, like,
I don't. I feel like I changed my opinion. Like I don't feel like either one of them are the assholes. I feel like they're both not the asshole now, because realizing what she was going through gives
They
me
were both
perspective.
tired.
No. But to
I
me,
don't.
98. Like
I don't think she's.
I
an asshole.
respect what you're saying, but to me, she was like 98% the asshole. That 2% that's not there is the forgiveness, is because you know you have that hormone imbalance. But that other percent is like, yo, someone loved you enough to try to get you help. Then on top of that, you put them through.
But you don't think about stuff like that whenever you're going through your trauma. Like I don't think about that whenever I was going through my exes. Like I don't think about like the help that they're trying to offer you. And I know people who are drug addicts who don't think about the shit. They're not the asshole to me. Because
No, yeah, I get that, but at the same time, it's just like it's the whole like drug addict thing.
hold yourself accountable.
like,
Like
when
when
they-
you find out.
Yeah, like when they get fixed, it's like, is it supposed to be like, you know what, I completely overreacted? It's like, no, fuck you. You still sold grandma for like a rock. Like, no.
Yes, but this is not that. This is not that.
Shoebox.
That's different. That's different. This is
No,
not
yeah, but
that.
like it was technically it's not different because like they both do those things because it's a chemical, like it's a neurological thing that's telling them, it's like, hey, you need this to function. You need this to function. I was like, it's the same reason why like her hormones were telling me, I was like, no, there's nothing wrong with you. You're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. You're fine. Until you finally do take that hard look in the mirror and be like, oh, okay, this goes to this add another side, like that, another side point that contributes to this is the fact that is like, I was like, you're enabling that person to not actually like be held accountable, even though you want to create that excuse for them by saying like, oh, it wasn't you, it was your hormones.
She should have said with that. She should have said like, yeah, I was going through this, and this is why I am this way. I am so sorry, but that's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
Yeah, no, like she should have said that, but at the same time, when she says that, she should also present the options like, now that I'm getting treatment and now that I'm getting fixed, do you want to pursue a relationship with me? And that
Not assume that it's gonna happen.
yeah, no. So again, see, like even the fact that we were able to like say this extra stuff, I was like, fuck yeah, like you're a bigger asshole now, because like now you realize that like there was a better way of going about it, of like actually like, hey, you know what, I'm not entitled to be in that relationship with you anymore. I was like,
Because I made the mistakes that I made.
Yeah.
Like, be real. Okay, I get you. I still personally don't think she's an asshole because insanity is insanity.
Insanity is insanity.
And it happens so often with a lot of people that we know. So that's why I'm just like,
Yeah.
I know, not, but I still
Yeah.
agree with what you're saying though.
yeah,
Like,
no, yeah, like no, yeah, well, like it's not about being right. It's just like I'm not gonna.
yeah,
Like, I'm not
you're
gonna
still
make-
valid though. Even then, you're still valid.
I'm
So,
not
like-
gonna create that excuse for that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now this is another one. Says, am I the asshole for telling my fiance he can't wear the dress to our wedding? You're reading this one.
What? That's how long too. Okay. My partner, 30 male, and I, 29 female, are getting married next year. We're discussing wedding planning, and out of the blue, he asked me how I would feel about subversing tradition by having him wear the wedding dress while I wore a tux on our wedding day. When he said this, I actually laughed out loud because I was sure it was a joke, but turns out he was dead serious. He said he finds tuxes are very similar to each other and feel a lot like wearing a suit to a job interview, but he wanted to wear something special when he got married, and he had always thought wedding dresses were so beautiful and different from each other. I told him no, it wouldn't be appropriate and would turn our wedding into a spectacle and would probably change the way a lot of our friends and families view us. My family is quite progressive, but I think even they would wonder what was going on. He said okay, but seemed down for the rest of the night. We're both... Oh, snaps, hold on, it's dying.
That's no longer your husband.
We're both very
Sorry.
progressive and have several close friends who are
Yeah.
gender non-conforming, non-binary, or simply like cross-dressing, so that has never been an issue. But even though we have been together for 5 years, he has never expressed any desire to do so before. It would be okay with me if he wanted to experiment, and I think it would be even a different story if this was something that was integral to his daily identity that he wanted to be reflected in our wedding. I just don't understand why he wants the first time to be at our wedding day. Am I the asshole for being controlling over his wedding attire choices? But she did do an update Do you want to read that, or do you want to discuss this first and then we read the update?
What's the update?
Well, the update says, so based on these responses, okay, there's responses, so maybe we should wait.
So let's read the responses.
Okay.
Let's read the
This thing
responses.
is 5%. Well, let's discuss it
mean,
first.
I mean, I don't have a problem with him wanting to wear the dress for his wedding day. Dennis Rodman did it. He's a famous basketball player, and he wore a wedding dress to his birthday, or not to his birthday. Sorry,
His wedding.
to his wedding. Like, and he married himself, I believe.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if he did marry somebody. I can't really fully remember, but he was in a wedding dress. I remember that clearly. And yeah, he had like a bunch of tattoos, dyed his hair, like had like piercings all along his like face. But like, I don't care like so much if you are in a dress or not, but I do think you are the asshole for wanting to like take the shine away from
From
your wife.
Well, that comes into a different story though, because I see that a lot of people end up wanting to like it's about both of them.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, it's about both of them.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stories where it's like, well, it's the wife, it's her wedding, it's both y'all's.
No, yeah, it's
Yeah.
both of y'all's weddings. But what I'm saying is like, you're kind of springing it on your girlfriend or like / wife or whatever.
Last minute.
Yeah,
kind of
last minute
situation.
fiance. That.
Yeah, and that makes more sense though. Like, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, it's not so much like it's her day or like, you know, whatever the fuck. It's more along the lines like, yo, like, this is something that you discuss 6 months in advance, my boy. It's not like you're. It's not like
now you want to do it.
Yeah, it's not. It's like your mom telling you like as soon as you wake up, it's like, yo, fucking take the chicken out of the oven, or I'm gonna beat your ass. And I was like, what the fuck? Or like out of the freezer. Sorry.
No.
And you forget that chicken, and now you're over there sweating, fucking putting it in the fucking hot ass water. I was like, please, for the love of God, melt.
They actually have a cutting board for that now. Did you know that?
I did not fucking know that.
There is a cutting board now that actually helps defrost meat really fast.
Mm.
I don't know what the brand is called, so I'm not going to endorse it, but look it up. It is real.
Okay, so the first comment here is like, I mean, I think this calls for a much larger conversation. If he wants to wear something unique to him, he can have an outfit custom made for him. If he wants to use it as a wedding dress, as a platform. Shut up. If he wants to use the wedding as a platform for announcing something a whole lot bigger.
It's my wedding dress,
My
guys.
wedding.
I had a speech impediment growing up until 5th grade.
Yeah, we're allowed to pick on it.
Yes, you are. That is a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah.
And then I think OP responds.
I like how you just had him talk, and then we didn't even say our opinions yet, and you just went into the comments like,
right.
No, he responded the entire time.
I know, but you didn't get our opinions.
Oh no, because I didn't have one yet. Because mine was already. I already have mine.
I have two.
No.
I have two.
But I wanted to make sure I could read OP's comments. Yeah, because
Okay.
OP did comment. That's why I wanted to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Before we read the update.
Yeah.
Okay.
So OP responds to that comment. If he was trying to tell me he is trans or NB non-binary, then I would feel terrible for reacting the way I did. I really bungled down, especially since I myself am bi, and a big part of the level of comfort I have with my identity is attributed to supportive my own family was when I came out. I feel awful that I felt short when the person I loved the most in the world felt comfortable revealing himself to me. It honestly wouldn't be a big deal to me, love. I would still love him just the same.
How about I can meet in the middle. Both of y'all wear dresses.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's what I was thinking.
I was like, why can't you both wear wedding dresses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would tell. Okay,
Backless.
if I ever have a partner,
Make it clap.
because my partner, I don't care if you're male, female, non-binary, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I fucking love you, right?
Because she's pansexual.
But if my partner ends up being a man, and he came up to me and is like, "Honey, I don't like my tuxes. I want to wear a wedding dress." I'll be like, "Babe, you do you.
Yeah.
If you want to wear a dress with me, we are wearing wedding dresses." And same thing if it was my wife and she wants to wear a tux and I want to wear a tux, baby, we're both gonna be looking good up there with Texas. Like, it does not fucking matter.
Yeah.
And then, man, if you just want to wear a prom dress, fine. If you just want to wear a skirt, fine. Now, if you want to be naked, that's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
I will not do that.
Yeah,
That's the one thing I would like disagree on.
You can't do
But
that naked.
No,
Yeah.
like, cannot. Nope, sorry, not a nudist. Love
Hell
you,
no.
but not a nudist. But yeah, I'm with you. See, at first when we were reading this, I thought it was more because the videos were like the best man would like surprise the groom with the wedding dress. I thought it was like one of those joke ones. Like she was saying no to that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. Like, because those things are funny to watch.
Yeah.
But in this case, it wasn't. It was more of like, oh, he wants to feel special.
Yeah.
Which that's totally understandable. But at the same time, I'm kind of just like, does he just not like the color of the Texas? Because I know you can get those in different colors.
Yeah, he seems
Yeah.
like a fun guy, kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like,
But either way, like I said, I don't have a problem with it. Like, but if she had like clearly feels like some type of way about it, it's like.
but she's like, she sounds open from.
She sounds open to it. That's what I'm saying. Like at this point, like after hearing that second part, I was like, both of y'all wear dresses. End of story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the update said, so based on these responses, I realized I may have overreacted. I had another conversation with my fiance. I tried to explore the reasons he wanted to wear a dress to our wedding in an open-minded way. I emphasized that he could tell me if he was trans or non-binary or wanted to experiment with Hey, I already said that I'm dyslexic. Experiment with cross-dressing and would still love him and want to marry him. He seemed genuinely taken aback and told me it wasn't that big a deal. He just really liked wedding dresses, and it hadn't even occurred to him that I might have a problem with him wearing one since it's one of the two most common options that we have been to weddings where both partners wore a dress or both wore a tux. After all, it's not like he's contemplating wearing sweats to our wedding, which, hey, honey, if you want to wear sweats to our wedding, I'm totally fine with that too. But of course it did, dude, I'm wearing sweats right now. But of course, if I did, he would be fine wearing a tux. Of course, he has no problem with me wearing a dress. The reverse roles things was just one of the many ways he thought he could go. He also reassured me that he would feel safe sharing any changes in his gender or sexual identity status with me. I told him we could look at wedding dresses together and coordinate whatever makes us both feel special, whether that's dress, tux, or tux, or something else.
This one was so wholesome.
That was wholesome.
Yeah,
that was a wholesome
yeah.
update.
Beautiful.
Yeah, both of y'all wear what y'all want.
Yeah.
I love that
That was
one.
nice.
Yeah.
Because they ended up being just as fine no matter what each other
Yeah.
did. Because she decided to fucking communicate.
And that's the good thing about
Yeah.
relationships.
Unlike
guys.
that last asshole lady.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
like
was-
just fucking communicate. Like
Communication.
once you
Yeah.
communication is literally key to everything. It's a fucking cliche now that we say that, but it really is.
Now-
if you don't communicate with anybody, then you're not gonna have a fucking good conversation.
Now, make sure with communication, you are keeping in mind everybody's opinion. Your opinion matters too, but don't let it be your only opinion. Like, you have to keep in mind other people's too, because that's the only way you're going to be open-minded about things. Because if you just keep, like, oh, it's my way or the highway, then, dude, that's a toxic relationship. That's a red flag. That's a fucking red flag.
You're thinking that like I'm right all the time, and like I heard your opinion. That's not being what we're talking about right now.
No.
You're saying like I heard your opinion, I just don't agree with it,
No.
and now let me be the ruler.
No.
That's not what that is.
No,
It's
like-
about communication. It's the sense of understanding where people are coming from, understanding that your opinion might be different, but let's see how we can work through that.
Yeah, like communication is key. Like at the end of the day, like communicate that you're a fucking narcissist. Like how about that?
can't. That's what we said a while ago in the very beginning of the episode.
No, they do. Because at the end of the day, if they say like, "Oh, I'm not narcissistic," bitch.
Then okay, that's a good valid point, because when they say that I'm not a narcissist or I'm not,
You're a
narcissistic,
fucking narcissist.
They're the narcissist
Yeah,
because they know that they are
yeah,
by counteracting that by
Yeah.
saying it. Give me the disclaimer. No,
yeah. That's like,
I
you
say
gotta-
it jokingly
Yeah,
because I need to, because people assume that I'm an accident
Yeah.
whenever I talk about, you know what I mean. When I talk about certain things,
yeah.
it's like, no, I do understand where you're coming from. I just disagree. But I say I disagree. I don't fucking try to gaslight you,
Yeah.
make you feel like you're lesser. I just say, I just don't think that's a good valid point. Like, and I understand where you're coming from. I just don't like it, and I don't agree with it. That's the biggest difference from a narcissist. Narcissists will never make you feel comfortable with your opinion. that will always make you feel like you're the one who's in the wrong for the reasons you don't even know.
Honest and open about the person that you are when you first start dating these people. Because if you're one of them like dumbasses that like, oh, I'm gonna let them like me, or the me that's the facade, and then when I show the real me, it's too late. Now you're stuck in my trap. Like all that shit, I was like, it's fucking annoying. I was like, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, and frankly, you lying bitch. Stop doing that shit. Sorry.
Now, if you end up finding out more about yourself in the middle of your relationship with this other person,
let it be known.
Let it be known. Talk to them about it. Like that's the whole. Yeah. Again, communication is key.
And hopefully they're mature enough to understand you.
Yeah. And
if they're not,
yeah. On to the next one. Bye.
No. Also, be like, do you get it? Like, give them some grace.
Yeah.
But anyways. This is the end of our podcast. We did what we said, and we're happy to have you guys. So, if you guys want to see us, you guys know where I'm at. You guys are at my Heka Vang, HEKAVANG. Come see me there. That's where I'm at. That's my TikTok, and I do my little spooky shit. And then I also do gaming stuff. So if you guys want to see me, and I'm gonna start doing my cooking stuff too. So if you guys want to see me that. Let me know, because I cook a lot. Yeah, it's okay. I already have cooking. My show is called Heka Tempting. I started it about like 3 years ago, but I'm gonna start it up again. So let's go.
Gotcha. Social media again is secluded. If you guys want to find me, you could stalk me through either of their accounts, and that's pretty much it. I like to keep my personal life like personal, and one of my accounts is public, but I won't say which one. If you find the right one, cool. You know,
it's porn. I'm just kidding. Because it's porn. I'm just kidding. But
well, that's not allowed in Texas anymore.
Oh, it's not? Damn.
It's not porno.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What? When that happen?
Months ago. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
we have okay.
Right.
This is a subject that we're gonna have off camera.
Do your ass now.
But thank you for joining our emotional journey today, guys. Hope you like the little random facts about Will Diggs and Inspector Clouseau Manta Ray. You can Google them; they're pretty cool.
Stingrays.
I do have an Instagram. I don't check it. I do have a Snapchat. I barely check it. But you can totally follow me at Soapy.
Sorry.
That's just Soapy. I think it's SOAPY. That's it. So.
I was just saying, fuck Stingrays, fuck Manta Rays, and fuck anybody named Ray Ray. Fuck all Rays. Yeah. Steve Irwin for life.
I love Steve Irwin, but I also love animals the way he
fuck that.
Intended us to love them.
No, he was better. He was better than us. We spin the block here. All right, fuck them all. I'm gonna be wearing them for boots. I got your leathers, homie.
You can't.
Yes.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching us. We love you. We're here on DBJ Podcast.
Yeah. Go to your local zoo and put your nearest stingray.
Bye. Love y'all. Wait, we gotta do our toast. Salud.
Fuck stingrays.
Not a single one of you did that.
Late night talk while we look up at the stars again. Don't know